Good morning, Genuine Gems. It is raining outside, so you might be able to hear it, but I feel like that can just add to the ambiance of the video. But today I wanted to show you some of my thrift finds and give you some advice on how I find them and what I look for and how you can find the same. A lot of the pieces I find are definitely different kinds of pieces, but you can also find very trendy pieces, and so I have some of each in my haul from the last few times I went thrifting. I think it's really cool to thrift because not only are you helping the environment, you're saving money, which is incredible, and you are also getting some one-of-a-kind pieces because it's not like you're buying off of some store that everybody is buying their trendy pieces off of. So even if you are going for something trendy, it's going to be a little bit different than what everybody else has, which I feel like is always a nice thing to be, you know, a little bit different, to stand out and to be able to express yourself while still, you know, being able to join the crowd in some ways. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So this first piece I got, I really love the cardigan look, and I figured this is like a crochet little knit top with a cute little neutral button there, and I absolutely love this because it's still a little bit thick, so you know, it's nice for like springtime, but it's short sleeves so you can still wear it when it gets hotter. Now this one's actually from Banana Republic, which is a pretty expensive brand that I would never have purchased for myself in a store. However, at a thrift store, it's a fraction of the price. Now that's something that I do want to talk to you guys about, is that when you're looking for clothes, although it's secondhand and you know you may really like it because it's trendy, you want to make sure it's not from someplace like Forever 21, Shein, Romwe, you know, those type of stores. If you want to get those kind of clothes, that's fine. However, you will be sacrificing quality. Now, those clothes are already inexpensive for a reason. So when you're looking at tags, you want to make sure that they are something that you either don't recognize or they're very vintage looking. So I'll go into how you spot a vintage tag in a little bit, but this is the next top that I got. It's sheer, which I love, but it does have this piece in the front that gives you an extra layer. It's just a gold and cream little leopard print, and I'm still loving the leopard print. I don't know if it's still in, but I'm still loving it. And the sleeves are really unique because they actually have a wide elbow, or a flowy elbow, and then this just kind of cinches like, you know, your forearm. And I really love how that is. Now when you're looking for clothes on the rack, that's why you want to really dive deep into looking at each piece, because if this was just a regular long sleeve shirt, I would have been like, it's okay, you know, I'm not sure about the leopard. But then when you see something like these sleeves, you're like, okay, that's unique, that's something that I personally like, and that's something that not everybody will have. So people will, you know, their eyes will be drawn to it if that is what you want, because I feel like, you know, when you put on a nice outfit, that's what you want, is to be complimented or to just feel your best. And I feel like, you know, being unique is something that's so important when doing that, because I feel like if you dress just like everybody else, then you kind of see them when you're looking in the mirror rather than seeing yourself. And I think it's so important to see yourself and to love yourself for what you look like. And so that's why style is such an essential part of your being, even if it comes from other people, even if you get inspiration from other people. There still has to be little things that are strictly you. And I can do videos on like how to find your personal style, stuff like that, if you guys would like. But this is actually a blazer. Now, there you go, you can see a little bit better. It's a pinstriped blazer. This one is from a brand I actually didn't know, but what I loved about this is that it is an oversized for me blazer, but it has these beautiful curves here on the inside that just hugs my curves perfectly and makes it so it's super, super cute. Even when I'm wearing like mom jeans and a baggy shirt, it just cinches me in and makes it so much cuter and so much more flattering. Oversized blazers are very much in, and so I did want to pick up a just plain black one. And again, it has these sleeves that are just a little bit scrunched at the end here, and just gives it that extra little flair. It also has these pockets that are real here, and this one is just a little bit more oversized, but that's also just a staple in a wardrobe to have, you know, a black colored blazer. But one of my favorite things is to grab anything that is silk. Silk just screams elegance to me. It screams that you are professional, that you are classy, and if you just want to look more expensive, definitely go with something silk. Anything silk is it. Now, when I was talking about these vintage tags, what I mean is that these vintage tags are often very noticeable. They will have, you know, this is very much etched into the tag. It's not printed on there. You can just tell it's a little, you know, a little worn in the tag area. However, in the actual shirt, it doesn't look worn at all. And a lot of the time, that is how vintage clothes are. I find a ton of vintage clothes with tags on them because people are like, oh, well, that's old, I can't wear that anymore. But yes, you can. In fact, many trends come back, and then people will not think that their old clothes that are coming back are trendy enough with the current trends of the old trend, if that makes sense. So they will give it up to thrift stores, and then you have that clothing and they go buy more. So always let other people go buy more. This is another thing that's really trendy right now. Some of those vests, and this is again kind of like that knit, but it has a little collar and everything, and so inexpensive to do stuff like this. So you're getting better quality even though they're used, because then you can see that they have been worn several times and they're still in good quality. So that gives you at least a little bit of, you know, the knowledge of how well that's going to wear and if it will really last for you. This is another one of those kind of silky blazers, but I figured this one was really cute because it does have that texture to it that kind of looks a little, you know, worn, and that sheen, and it also has these diamond buttons, and I figured this would be just super cute while still being a neutral tone. And then I also got this top. This is a little bit more the time period, not vintage. It's just a cute little top with these bellowy sleeves here, and it's perfect when I want to look professional with some trousers. This is just kind of more of a, if I need to throw on a professional outfit. As much as I would love to just wear what I want to wear, there are some spaces and times when that's not appropriate. And you know, I'm sure if you work a regular 9-to-5 job, you completely understand that. I wish that we could all just wear what we want to wear, because you see, things like this is my actual style, kind of like a grandma's couch, and these pearls along the neckline. Now, I actually did notice that this is kind of broken here, but when you have it on, especially when my hair is down and it covers it, you can't even tell. So this to me is completely fine, and it was actually from Zara. So that's a company that I would buy from now. However, they're very expensive when you buy it regularly. So I figured this would be either an easy fix, or I could just wear it like this, and it has been so cute on. And this is definitely something that you would not see a ton of people out wearing, because it probably was sold years ago, and besides the people who bought it then, nobody's gonna be picking it up because it's not available. when I go thrifting, I have colors in mind that I know look good on me, that I know that I like to wear and will wear, and this is one of those colors. And so I just found this. It's a kind of, you know, one of those vintage shirts that people wore in the 90s with a little bit of an opening here, just a very casual shirt. I have to always remind myself to get casual items because I'm one who definitely likes to dress up, but then I'll have somewhere I need to go where if I dress up, I'm just gonna feel uncomfortable. So I always like to get a few casual things, and I love this color on me. The next thing is for summer. I got some summer stuff, some spring stuff, and this guy here looks a little bit strange. You know, it looks kind of like a costume. However, placed with, you know, a blazer, placed with just some regular jeans, so flattering, and is a piece that will, you know, draw the eye because it's not something that everybody would wear. Again, I got a very oversized blazer. This one is just a cream. I believe it might, no, it's actually not a man's. It's from a vintage label, Amanda Smith, but perfect for being able to try out a trend and see how I like it. And a blazer is also something that is professional regardless of if it's trendy or not, so I felt like I could buy plenty of those without feeling bad. Then I got this cute little top to put under, you know, anything. Again, it's silk. Again, it's a staple. It's a black, and I just love it. This is one of my favorite finds that I found because suede is another one of those materials that just look so nice, and especially in this camel color. Now, this is a blazer that not everybody would want to wear. However, I really love the color. This one's a little bit thicker, but it is so warm, so nice, and I feel like the thicker a piece of clothing is, the nicer you look in it. That may be completely in my head, but every time I wear just like a, you know, something that has a thicker material to it, even if that's not a winter outfit but just a nicer, thicker material, I feel more stylish, more put together, more like a true, you know, fashion icon. Like I could walk around New York City and still be confident. That's just how I judge the quality of material. This is another very silky top. It kind of has everything that I was looking for. It's silk, it's my color, it's a button-up shirt, it's kind of oversized, and it's trendy, all while being inexpensive. These two tops are just some of those that have been trendy recently that I wanted to pick up. This is just a beautiful blue color here. It fits perfectly, and it just is incredible on. This is a very vintage one. You can tell that it is something that was actually worn when this trend was first in style, and this is again one of those vintage tags where you can tell it was made a while ago but still does the trick. I think it's what everybody who does the trends now kind of wants, but they don't want to go the full grandma route. But I'm grandma to my soul, so I don't mind. I also got some pants because pants are something you have to get at the thrift store. I'm telling you, pants are so hard to find, especially when you're in your 20s or you're getting older. Your body changes so much, and I think that you have to really find jeans that you feel comfortable in and that fit you perfectly, and that can be hard to do when pants are so expensive, and then you find ones and they're the ones that are the most expensive, and then you're always having to buy those. Thickness is everything. You will be able to tell just by feeling them which ones are the good quality vintage and which ones have just recently come out, the ones that are from less expensive brands. You can just really feel it. And so I really like to look for, I mean, you can just tell these are a good pair of jeans. These are from Levi's Strauss. They're just Levi's, and they are so adorable. You can tell that they are, you know, high-waisted. They kind of cinch in at the top, and the butts are always what I look for, because I feel like if it has a good butt, it makes your butt look good and you're good to go. You know. But yeah, I love to try out different vintage jeans, because if you're gonna have to try so many and go through them so often as your body morphs, because that's normal, then you want to have, you know, some of the least expensive brands. I also love to get trousers. These are one of my favorites that I recently got, this army green color. They have a zip up on the side, but they also have this stretch in the back, so you don't have to worry about, you know, if you eat a big meal, if you gain a few pounds, it's completely fine, and nothing about them is any different than ones you would get in the mail from a store. For me, thrifting started when I was a really young girl, and you know, my parents weren't the most wealthy, and so we would actually go there just to save money. But then I started seeing it as something that made it so I could have these clothes that made me happy and that were so different than what everybody else was wearing. And I think that that's a beautiful thing, to kind of accept being different and allowing people to realize your differences. That's like the great first step in building confidence. And so I always love seeing people who dress in a style that embodies them, that doesn't look like every other person, or even if it does, you know, look trendy or look like something that other people are wearing, they have some sort of twist in there that I'm like, nobody else would have been wearing that. That was purely you. And I think that that's one of my favorite things about thrifting, about style, about fashion, about seeing everybody walking out and about. And that's why I always like to compliment people on their style. So if you are working on building confidence, maybe just try to incorporate little things into your outfit that you just love, that just bring you happiness. And it doesn't have to be stylish, it doesn't even have to match if you don't want it to. Just throw it in there and people will notice. And even if it's a bad kind of noticing, you will find the people who think it's amazing. So yeah, I hope you liked this thrift haul, and if you want me to do more videos like this, I would absolutely love to. So I freaking love you, and a new vlog should be coming soon. Make sure to give this a thumbs up because it really helps with my videos, pushing them into the algorithm. Yeah, okay, bye.